Congratulations, Heather. Looks like even someone as hopelessly late as you finally managed to get married, huh? Mom told me the news. Took you long enough.
Thanks, Bree. I appreciate it.
But seriously, I heard you're not even doing a wedding ceremony. What's the point of finally getting married if you're gonna skip the one chance you have to wear a wedding dress?
Well, I'm already in my late 30s. I felt like maybe I missed that window. At my age, wearing a gown feels a little embarrassing, I guess. And honestly, David doesn't really care about ceremonies either, so we decided to skip it.
Huh. What a convenient little excuse. But let's be real, Heather. That's not the truth, is it? We both know why you're skipping the ceremony. Your husband's broke, isn't he? That's why you can't afford it, right?
What?
I mean, come on. A guy willing to marry a washed-up, past-her-prime woman like you? He's obviously some sad little bottom feeder. Nobody else wanted him, so he settled for you. And now you have to pretend you're happy while you secretly cry into your pillow.
You can mock me all you want, Bree. I'm used to it. But don't you dare mock David. You don't even know him.
Oh, yeah? Then why don't you tell me, sis? What does this Prince Charming of yours do for a living, huh? Don't tell me he's a garbage collector or something.
That's a disgusting thing to say. You just insulted an entire profession of hardworking people. And for your information, David's a lawyer. He works hard for people. He's a man who believes in justice. A man I'm proud to call my husband.
Huh? Your husband? A lawyer? You've got to be kidding me.
Why would I joke about something like that?
No way. There's just no way. Lawyers make what, $100,000 a month? They're the top of the food chain. Why on earth would a guy like that settle for you?
I don't really know his exact income, but yeah, he mentioned it's somewhere around that, I guess.
Wait. You're telling me your husband makes over $1 million a year? That's insane. So you really are in the winner's circle now, huh? But don't get the wrong idea, Heather. You might have snagged a rich guy, but that doesn't mean you're suddenly better than me.
Bree, I didn't marry him for his money. David's a kind, gentle man. He makes me feel safe, and I know together we can build a happy home. I hope. Someday, I can have the kind of warm, loving family you and your husband have.
Huh? Are you trying to be snarky now? Is that supposed to be some kind of backhanded insult? Just because you bagged yourself a rich man, you think you can talk down to me?
No. I didn't mean it that way, I swear. Your husband's strong, dependable, and always puts you first. He helps out around the house. He's a great guy, Bree. I always admired your relationship.
Yeah, right. The only reason he helps around the house is 'cause he's broke. It's the least he can do. Ugh, you make me sick, Heather. Acting all high and mighty now just 'cause you married late and scored a lawyer. You're still the same old pathetic loser you've always been.
You've got it all wrong, Bree. Please don't twist things like that.
You know what? Fine. If you think you're some hotshot now, I'll just steal your fancy lawyer husband from under your nose.
What?
Didn't you say his name is David? Lawyer or not, at the end of the day, men are all the same. They all want a younger, sexier woman. All I have to do is give him a little taste of me, and he'll dump you in a heartbeat.
That's a joke, right? Tell me you're joking. I finally get married, and instead of celebrating, my own sister is threatening to steal my husband?
Oh, I'm dead serious, sweetie. I'm gonna make sure your fancy, high-earning lawyer hubby becomes mine. A loser like you doesn't deserve to sit at the winner's table.
Heather, I need to talk to you about something. It's about your sister, Bree.
Wait, Bree? Did she contact you? Did she say something weird to you?
Actually, yeah. She's been messaging me nonstop for over a month now. At first it was just harmless texts, but lately, she's been insisting we should go out, just the two of us. No matter how many times I turn her down, she keeps pushing.
For that long?
And lately, she's gotten bolder. She's been sending me selfies, and today, well, she sent me some pretty explicit ones.
What did you just say?
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. That's why I had to tell you. I honestly don't know how to handle this anymore.
I can't believe it. I'm sorry, David. I had no idea she was bothering you like this. Actually, she told me a month ago that she was going to steal you from me. She declared it like it was some kind of game.
She what? Heather, I'm your husband. I'm her sister's husband.
That's just who she is. She's always been like that. If I have something she wants, she'll do anything to take it from me. She can't stand the idea that I have a successful, handsome lawyer for a husband, but I didn't think she'd actually corner you like this.
So that's what this is about. No wonder she's been acting so aggressive.
I know from experience. If I confront her directly, she'll just double down out of spite. The best thing is to ignore her, delete the messages, block her, and whatever you do, never ever meet her alone.
Of course not. I'd never betray you, Heather. You know that, right? Besides, I'm a lawyer, remember? Infidelity? That's amateur hour. I'd never risk something that stupid.
You're right. In a way, your profession makes you the safest man I could have ever married.
Exactly. You can relax, Heather. I would never, ever do something like that to you.
I know. I've never doubted you, David. Honestly, if it makes you feel better, just block Bree. Forget she's my sister. You don't owe her any politeness.
If you say so, I'll block her later tonight. It's exhausting to keep rejecting her over and over. Anyway, I should get back to work.
Wait. Actually, there's one more thing I almost forgot. I got a call from the police earlier today. They asked if you were home.
The police?
Yeah, I told them you weren't home, that you were at work, and they just hung up right after. Maybe it was work-related? I asked if I should take a message, but they refused.
When was this call? You said earlier. Do you mean like an hour ago?
Not even that. More like 10 minutes ago. Could it be something urgent?
Yeah, it's probably work-related. I mean, I deal with law enforcement all the time, you know? Lots of confidentiality in my line of work, so they probably couldn't say much to you over the phone.
Yeah, makes sense, I guess. Your job is complicated.
It sure is. It's a lot of pressure, Heather. Actually, I should tell you, I won't be home tonight.
Huh? You're that busy?
Super busy. I got piles of cases to handle, and it's gonna turn into an all-nighter at the office. Honestly, I might even be unreachable for a while.
Unreachable?
Yeah, but don't worry, it's just work. I'll be completely focused, okay? So, I'm counting on you to take care of the house while I'm buried in files.
I see. Okay, I'll handle everything here.
Finally, I did it! I won! That high-class lawyer of a husband, he's all mine now.
What?
Stop clinging to David like some pathetic loser. He doesn't care about you anymore. Just sign the divorce papers already.
Bree, what the hell are you talking about? Did you say you won?
Just like I promised, sis, I stole David from you. Your precious husband is mine now.
Wait.
You know, men are so weak when a girl is bold enough. He finally caved in and texted me back, begging to see me. We had dinner at this ridiculously expensive place and, well, we spent the night together. Actually, we spent several nights together.
You did what?
That's right. David's mine now. He promised he's divorcing you, told me to wait for him, said he'd make it official.
What?
But he hasn't contacted me at all since then. That's why I called you. How long are you planning to chain him down? Didn't he already ask you for a divorce? Give it up already. You lost.
Hold on. This is all too sudden. let me get this straight. You're telling me David was with you all this time?
Up until a week ago, yeah. But he said he was finally leaving you, so I let him go handle it.
Up until a week ago. He told me he was working late, staying overnight at the office. Turns out he was with you?
Guess he wanted to be with me so bad he lied to you for it. Face it, sis. He doesn't love you anymore.
Maybe you're right.
I already finalized my divorce, by the way. So now, once you sign those papers, David will be free. Poor you, losing your $100,000 a month lawyer husband. Guess I'll be enjoying all that luxury now.
You're wrong, Bree. He's not a lawyer anymore.
Don't be ridiculous. I saw him at the courthouse. You really think I'd fall for some weak lie like that?
Wait, you saw him at the courthouse?
Of course. He wasn't replying to me, so I got worried. I wanted to check if the divorce went through, but I didn't even know where his office was. Then it hit me. Where do lawyers hang out? At the courthouse, duh.
So you just went to the courthouse?
Exactly, and bingo, I saw him there. In full work mode, looking so damn sexy. I couldn't believe that amazing man was finally mine. And hey, if he's pulling $100K a month, maybe he can make even more now that he's with me.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Bree, but you should sit down and listen carefully. He's not making $100K anymore. In fact, he's making nothing. Zero.
What?
You didn't see him there as a lawyer. You saw him as a defendant.
What are you saying?
Shocking, huh? I almost fainted myself when I heard.
Stop it. What the hell are you talking about? Why would a top lawyer like David get arrested? This has to be a mistake.
No mistake. He confessed to everything. Turns out he's been preying on minors. He got reported and, arrested.
No.
It's the truth. I couldn't believe it either, but apparently he's been at it for years. Dozens of victims. He wasn't some charming lawyer. He was a predator hiding behind his marriage. Our marriage was nothing but a cover. He used it to make himself seem trustworthy, so the girls would let their guard down.
No. No.
And you were just another pawn, another tool for him to hide behind while running from the cops.
That can't be.
Believe what you want, but you slept with him, didn't you? You let him use you, just like he used me. Guess we were both fools. Though I can't really sympathize with you. You knew he was married. You didn't care.
This can't be real. You're making this up, right? He's not really arrested. He's not some creep who goes after kids.
You'll see it in the news soon enough. Prominent attorney arrested for sex crimes. Should make for a juicy headline. If you don't believe me, keep watching.
It's bad. Really bad. One of the commentators even said his law license will definitely get revoked.
Yeah, apparently there are strict rules about that kind of stuff for lawyers and other licensed professions. I don't know the exact legalities, but either way, he's not going to be working as an attorney anytime soon. He's still sitting in detention, so not like he could work even if he wanted to.
This can't be happening. I really believed I was finally going to marry into the perfect life.
Well, good luck with that fantasy. As for me, I'm already filing for divorce. And, by the way, I'll be sending you the divorce settlement claim for emotional damages soon. You'd better get your wallet ready.
Excuse me? Why the hell would I owe you anything?
Oh, come on. Don't play dumb now. You slept with David, didn't you? Whether he's a scumbag or not, he was my husband. You crossed the line. You stuck your filthy hands on someone else's spouse. That's adultery. That's grounds for compensation.
But this is different. I didn't even know he was using me to run from the cops. I'm just as much a victim in this.
Victim?
I gave up everything for him. I even divorced my own husband because David promised we'd be together. And now? He's arrested. His career is over. He's useless to me. I refuse to acknowledge the affair anymore, and I definitely won't pay you anything.
Like hell you won't. I don't care what sob story you're spinning for yourself. Facts are facts. You slept with your own sister's husband. That makes you legally and morally liable. So yes, I'll be filing for damages. Don't think you can just weasel your way out of this.
But
don't you dare pull the victim card. You're not the victim here. The only victim is me. You betrayed me. You humiliated me. You helped destroy my marriage. Don't you dare act like you're the one who's been wronged.
But
You made your choice. You gambled on David, thinking you could take my place, and you lost. Now you'll pay the price for it.
Heather! How could you do this to me? I kept waiting for you to show up to help me get out of that disgusting place, but you just ignored me. You're my wife, damn it. How could you leave me in there like I was some stranger? It was humiliating, Heather. If my parents hadn't finally stepped in, I'd still be sitting in that damn cell, rotting like some common criminal. I had to beg them, you hear me? Beg my own parents like some pathetic child.
Congratulations, David. So you're out now? Good for you. Must be nice to finally get back to your safe little cocoon at Mommy and Daddy's place.
Yeah, finally somewhere warm. Finally able to breathe, to sit on a decent couch, use my phone. But I'm disgusted, Heather. You let me down in the worst possible way. You really disappointed me.
Disappointed? You think I'm the disappointment here? Don't make me laugh. You're the one who disgusts me, David. You're the one who broke this marriage. You humiliated me in ways I can't even put into words. You betrayed everything we built. Since you're back at your parents' house, I'll send the divorce papers there. Sign them. Send them back. And this time, no games, no delays.
What the hell, Heather? You can't be serious right now. You're really going to abandon me now when I'm at my lowest?
Yes, exactly now. You think I'm going to sit here like some dutiful, brainless wife and wait for you to crawl back into my life like nothing happened? You honestly thought you could cheat on me, disgrace me, drag me into your criminal mess, and I'd just stand by your side? Wake up, David. This is the real world. Actions have consequences. You brought this on yourself. You can figure out the rest of your miserable life on your own.
Heather, please, I know I made mistakes, okay? I'll pay for what I did. I'm not running away from the law, but you're my wife. Shouldn't you, I don't know, stick by me? Even if I manage to get a suspended sentence, I can't practice law anymore. My license is as good as gone. I'll be jobless. I'll be a disgrace. I need you, Heather. You're all I have left. How can you not even feel a shred of pity for your husband?
Husband? You still think you get to call yourself that? David, you're nothing but a coward. A disgusting little boy hiding behind his fake charm and empty promises. You never loved me. You loved the image we projected to the world. You loved the perfect marriage, the social status, the attention. But me? The real me? You tossed me aside the moment you thought you found something better. Even if that something better was my own sister.
Heather, it wasn't like that.
Wasn't it? Tell me then, David. What was it like? Enlighten me. Because from where I'm standing, it looked exactly like betrayal, like adultery. Like you using my sister, humiliating me, stabbing me in the back while I sat at home playing the loyal wife.
It wasn't about love. It wasn't even about sex, okay? If I had no choice, I needed a place to hide. I was scared, Heather. I didn't know where else to go, and Bree was there. I used her, okay? It was survival. I never meant to hurt you.
Wow, you never meant to hurt me? Do you hear yourself right now? You are pathetic. You're not even trying to deny it anymore. You are admitting you used my sister like she was nothing, and you expect me to feel sorry for you? No, David. I've already shed enough tears over you. I've already been humiliated enough. I'm done. I refuse to let you drag me down any further.
But what about us? What about the life we built together? Heather, I'm begging you. If you leave me now, I have nothing left. Nothing! My parents, they only bailed me out because they had to. They told me they'd never want to see my face again. They told me to get out of their house as soon as possible. That I should go crawling back to you because I'm their embarrassment now. Heather, I have nowhere else to go. I have no one.
Not my problem, David. You made your bed. Now lie in it. If you really have nowhere else to go, why don't you go tell the judge? Tell them you're homeless, friendless, jobless. Beg them to throw you in prison. At least there you'd have 3 meals a day and a roof over your head. Maybe that's where you belong.
You can't! You can't be serious!
I've never been more serious in my life. I'm done playing the fool. I'm done playing the abandoned wife. I'm taking control of my life now, David. And you? You're just a bad chapter I'm closing for good.
Heather, please, don't do this! I can't survive without you!
You should have thought about that before you decided to betray me, before you made me the laughingstock of everyone we know. I don't care what happens to you now. Go beg on the streets for all I care. I'm not your safety net anymore. You can whine, you can cry, you can throw yourself a pity party all you want. I'm done. The papers will be there tomorrow. Sign them. End this farce of a marriage.
Heather! Please!
Goodbye, David. Enjoy your new life. Not long after that entire fiasco, the divorce papers, properly signed and stamped with David's signature, were delivered to me without any additional drama. There was no heartfelt apology, no attempt at reconciliation, just a cold, impersonal envelope containing the official documentation that would finally sever the last remaining ties between us. I wasted no time. The next morning, I gathered everything, double-checked the forms for any clerical errors, and headed straight to the city office to submit them. It was a simple, quiet act, the final chapter of a long, suffocating story that had drained me emotionally and mentally. And yet, as I handed over the documents to the clerk behind the counter, I couldn't help but feel a subtle but undeniable sense of liberation slowly unfurling within me. The weight that had been sitting on my chest for years finally lifted. The heavy chains of that toxic marriage, the betrayal, the deceit, the manipulation, it was all officially behind me now. The clerk, noticing the slight tremble in my hand, offered a small but understanding smile as she processed the paperwork. She must have seen countless faces like mine, people at the end of a marriage, carrying a tangled mix of exhaustion, bitterness, and bittersweet relief. When I left the building, stepping into the crisp air outside, I felt for the first time in what felt like forever that I could finally breathe without suffocating on my own regrets. As for David, his fate took the sharp nosedive that everyone around us seemed to predict. Well, he somehow managed to receive a suspended sentence, probably thanks to his connections and the expensive lawyer he scraped together at the last moment. It didn't save his career. Due to the gravity of his crimes and the stain on his professional reputation, his license to practice law was stripped from him without mercy. He was disbarred, discredited, and essentially exiled from the very world in which he had once arrogantly strutted, pretending to be untouchable. Unable to remain in our town, where his fall from grace had become common gossip, and everyone who used to envy or respect him now looked at him with either disgust or mockery, he quietly moved away. Rumor had it he chose a city far from here, where no one knew his name, where he could blend into the anonymity of urban crowds. There, stripped of his pride and social standing, he took up menial part-time jobs, barely earning enough to scrape by. The man who once boasted about his high-profile cases and his influential clients was now living in a small, modest apartment. clocking in for shifts at convenience stores and cleaning offices after hours. That was his new reality. And then there was Bree. Oh, Bree. She too faced the consequences of her selfishness and short-sighted choices. Apparently, in a panic after realizing how thoroughly her life had imploded, she tried desperately to win back her ex-husband. She sent him letters, called him late at night, even waited outside his workplace in the hopes of catching him during his commute. But the door she had so carelessly slammed shut was no longer open to her. Her ex-husband, as it turned out, had long moved on, not only emotionally, but also in his professional life. Word eventually reached me through mutual acquaintances that after their divorce, Bree's ex-husband's career took a significant turn for the better. He had been promoted to an executive position within his company. And the president himself had taken such a liking to him that he was now being seriously considered as the heir to the entire business. Should that happen, his annual income would skyrocket, multiplying by several factors. From an ordinary salaried employee, he was on the cusp of entering the upper echelons of the business world, surrounded by wealth and influence Bree could now only dream about. And that knowledge, more than anything, seemed to break her. I heard that Bree, who once basked in the shallow comfort of status and materialistic indulgence, was now spending her days in utter despair. She was often seen weeping inconsolably, holed up in her childhood room at her parents' house, clutching her phone as though it were a lifeline. Scrolling through old photos and messages she and her ex-husband had once shared, she clung to those fragments of the past as if doing so would somehow turn back the clock, erase her mistakes, and bring back the life she had so thoughtlessly destroyed with her own hands. But no one was coming to rescue her now. People say that Bree's parents, once so indulgent and enabling of her worst behaviors, had finally begun to lose patience as well. After all, they too had lost face in the community because of her scandals. They now found themselves quietly distancing from their daughter, subtly encouraging her to find work and contribute to the household expenses. It was ironic, really. Bree, who once looked down on others for living modest, hard-working lives, now found herself at the very bottom of that ladder, forced to face the harsh realities she had spent so long avoiding. As for me, I've moved on in my own way. The life I live now is quieter, simpler, but it's filled with a peace that I never thought possible during those dark years when I was shackled to David's lies. I no longer have to endure the suffocating weight of pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. I no longer live in fear of betrayal lurking around every corner. I can finally focus on rebuilding my life on my own terms, surrounded by people who genuinely care about me. Not for what I can offer them, but simply because I am me. Looking back, I realized that while those days were some of the most painful and humiliating experiences of my life, they also taught me lessons I could never have learned otherwise. They forced me to see the truth about the people I had surrounded myself with, to confront my own fears, to find the courage to walk away from what was familiar but toxic.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.